You know what is funny? Most creators we speak to are obsessed with views. How many views did we get? Why is this video not getting more views? Let me try a different thumbnail. But here's what we've learned. Views are not leads. Views are not customers. The problem is not the size of your audience. It is when someone watches your content and they are ready to take a step forward, there's nothing for them in that moment. We built Clickk to fix that. And today I want to walk you through 5 of the interactive offer types inside Clickk, what they are, the psychology behind why each of them is important, and exactly when to use them inside your content. Let us get into this. Before I show you each one, here is one thing worth understanding first. Every viewer moves through 3 stages when they watch your content. The first stage is curiosity. They are watching, but they are not committed to anything yet. The second stage is conviction. Something landed, they believe in what you are showing or teaching, they want more. The last stage is intent. They are ready to act. The decision has been made internally. They just need a way to do something about it. The mistake most people make is using that same offer at every stage. Or worse, only making the ask at the very end of the video when half of the audience has already left. The right offer at the right moment is what converts. Keep that in mind as I walk you through each one. The first offer type we want to cover is the conversational poll. This one looks like an iMessage thread. A simple question with 2 or 3 answer options. The viewer taps like they are replying to a direct message. Now here's why this works so well psychologically. When someone makes even a small choice, tapping an answer to a question, they become invested in being consistent with that choice going forward. Psychologists call this the commitment and consistency principle. A single tap creates a micro commitment that makes the viewer significantly more likely to take the next step after it. But there is something else happening here too. The moment you ask someone a question, that shifts them from being a viewer to an active participant. An active participant converts at a completely different rate than people who are just watching. Now, when should you use it? Try and use it early in your video, before you have made your biggest argument, before you have asked anything of them. Think of it as a warm-up that makes the viewer feel heard and tells you exactly who you are talking to at the same time. What should you ask? Something that reveals where they are without requiring commitment. Not are you ready to buy? Instead, what is your biggest challenge with this right now? Or which of these sounds most like you? Simple, low-stake, genuine questions. The second offer type is the image poll. Same mechanics as the conversational poll, but the answer options are images instead of text. Here's the thing about images. Research from MIT shows the brain can process an image as little as 13 milliseconds. That is faster than a blink of an eye. When you give someone visual options instead of written ones, the decision happens almost instantly. It is a gut reaction rather than a considered choice. And gut reactions are honest. They reveal what someone actually wants rather than what they think they should want. This is incredibly powerful for any content that is visual by nature. Real estate agents showing different property styles, interior designers asking which aesthetic resonates, fitness coaches asking which goal the viewer is working toward, course creators asking which type of learner they are. Anytime showing is more powerful than describing, the image poll is your best tool. When to use it? Same as the conversational poll, early in the video during curiosity stage. Use it when your content is visual and you want the viewer's gut reaction rather than their considered opinion. The third offer type I want to focus on is the text-based quiz. This one is a multi-question scored experience. The viewer answers a series of questions and gets a score or result at the end. 2 things are happening psychologically here, and both of them are powerful. The first is self-relevance. People are more interested in themselves than in anything else. A quiz that promises to reveal something specific about the viewer, their skill level, their readiness, their fit for a particular outcome, gets processed more deeply and remembered longer than almost any other type of content. The second is something called Zeigarnik effect. The brain has a strong drive to complete unfinished tasks. Once a viewer starts a quiz, they feel a genuine pull to finish it. That completion drive keeps them engaged through the entire experience in a way that a single question never could. For course creators, this is gold. The quiz shows the viewer exactly where they are in the learning journey, which creates the desire for the gap to be closed. And it gives you a fully qualified lead with context on what they know and do not know before you have had a single conversation with them. When should you use it? Mid to late video, conviction state. After you have demonstrated enough value that the viewer trusts your framework and genuinely wants to know how they personally measure up against it. The fourth offer type I want to look at is the lead magnet. This is the offer that delivers a free resource directly to the viewer's email when they tap the sign in with Google. A guide, a template, a checklist, a report, something that extends the specific value of the moment in the video where it appears. Two principles are doing the work here. Reciprocity. When someone gives us something of genuine value, we feel a natural pull to give something back. A well-timed lead magnet that delivers something truly useful creates goodwill and forward momentum toward the next step. The second principle is effort justification. When someone takes a small action to receive something, they actually value it more highly than if it was simply given to them. The micro effort of signing in with Google increases the perceived value of what they receive. Now I want to stop here for a second and talk about the Google sign-in, because this is one of the things that makes Clickk genuinely different. Traditional lead magnets use forms, name, email, submit and so forth. Research shows that every extra field you add to a form increases abandonment. Google SSO removes almost all of that friction. One tap, the viewer is signed in, their verified name and email land in your leads list automatically. And here is the important part. It is their real email, not the spam address people hand to forms they do not fully trust. The email they actually check every day. That distinction matters enormously for the quality of what you are building. Now, when should you use it? During the conviction state, probably mid-video. After you have delivered enough value that the viewer trusts you and wants more. The resource should feel like a natural extension of the specific moment in the video. Not a generic freebie, something that makes that exact moment more useful and more actionable. So, the last offer type is the gallery. A swipeable image panel the viewer can browse through while the video keeps playing. Portfolios, property photos, product catalogs, course modules, lookbooks, any visual collection that adds depth to what is being discussed without interrupting the flow. The psychology here is about autonomy and exploration. When you give a viewer the ability to explore at their own pace, you shift them from passive consumer to active participant. And autonomy in an experience creates ownership of it. People who feel like they chose what to look at and more engaged with what they saw than people who were simply shown it. The gallery also triggers something called elaborative interrogation. As the viewer browses through images, they are naturally asking themselves questions. Could that work for me? Is that the style I want? Does that match what I'm looking for? Each of those internal questions is a small conversion moment building quietly toward a larger decision. So when should you use it? Anytime in a video where you want to give the viewer more visual information than the video itself can deliver. Property walkthroughs, fashion content, design work, fitness transformation, anything where seeing more options adds genuine value to the experience. So here is how to think about all five together. Early in the video, when the viewer is just getting warmed up, conversational poll or image poll. Low commitment, high engagement tells you who you are talking to. Mid-video, when they are starting to believe in what you are showing, text-based quiz or lead magnet. Higher value exchange qualifies the leads, capture verified contact details. Anytime the content is visual and you want the viewer to explore the gallery, lets them go deeper without ever leaving the video. The thing that ties all of this together is timing. It is not what you offer, it is when you offer it relative to where the viewer is in their journey. Place the right offer at the right psychological moment and something shifts. The viewer stops being a passive watcher and becomes someone who has actively raised their hand. And that changes everything about the conversation that follows. One of our first beta testers captured their first qualified lead within 150 views. A real estate agent using the same approach got their first lead in just 61 views. Same content, different infrastructure, completely different outcomes. If you want to start adding these offers to your own content, the link to start your 14-day free trial is in the description. I hope you have found value in this video. I'll see you in the next one.